Hey everybody, welcome to another Monday Review. Today we're checking out this Emerson Gear PRC152 radio pouch. So this is a reproduction of a Tactical Tailor radio pouch. Also a radio pouch that was adopted by the Marine Corps. You can find articles about this pouch. Interestingly, it's on Marsyscom if you want to go deep dive into some nerdy. Tactical Tailor pouch is slightly different than this one, not by a lot, but they don't run actual sewn-in webbing. They have malice clips that they use with these. If you want to do the same thing, you can literally cut these off and run malice clips, and it would be just fine. Why would you want this radio pouch? Well, it is fantastic for 152 radios. So if you run a TR152, it'll fit great. It also will fit the AR152 from Baofeng really well. I'll tell you, it does not fit this this radio box that looks like a Thales 148. I don't know if this box is just off spec or if this is just sewn perfectly to the dimensions of a 152 style radio. But it doesn't work, so don't think about it. Anyway, the pouch itself. Quality's not bad for a knockoff. Actually, it's pretty decent. I've had plenty of real pouches that were of the same quality, if not a little worse. The pouch is a tip-out radio pouch, which I think is great. That's kind of why I got this. I could have got the Tactical Tailor, but I was dicking around on Amazon for Christmas presents for the kids and just stumbled upon it. I was like, you know what? I'm going to grab that for a build I'm working on, and I'm going to mess with it. I just want to see how it holds up to a Tac Tailor, because I've had the Tac Tailor in the past, and I really liked it. Overall, the Cloudy Brown doesn't look too bad. A little shiny on the gross grain and the back webbing, but I've seen real real Cloudy Brown webbing that was just as shiny at times when it was brand new. A little dusting or Krylon or just getting it dirty will take care of that. It does utilize a 1/2-inch buckle right here. You've got some 550 cord that is looped back through the webbing here. So if you wanted to swap this out for, this actually looks like decent 550 cord, I won't lie. But actual real 550 cord you could, or if it gets cut, breaks, abrades, whatever, you can swap it out. Another thing you could do if you really were so inclined is you could remove this 550 cord and you could utilize some shock cord. This is crappy Chinese shock cord that I replaced, so not this stuff. It's too shiny, but you could use shock cord in place of that to get a little rubber band elasticity. That's up to you. Same diameter and all. Buckle itself is a little 1/2-inch buckle. Like I said, it has Emerson's little skull molded into it. That's one quick identifier to tell it's not the real Tac Tailor, but it uses the same style of buckling as they did. If the buckle was to break, you can buy repair buckles of this size. You would just have to cut this one off and then unweave that one. Sides of the radio pouch have mirrored left and right this little Velcro spot. That is to access your side component of the radio if necessary, either a data port on like a 152, like so, right here, or if you had, let's say, XTS 5000, XTS 1000, or one of these Baofengs, the mic port is on the side, unlike the 152. But it is mirrored identically the same on both sides, so that is kind of cool. I do like that, so if I needed to undo my mic plug, I could undo it without having to take the radio out of the pouch. Another thing I like is the tip-out configuration. So if I was wearing this, it was on my kit, the radio was in it, I could undo that buckle and it tips out like so. To give you an idea what that's going to look like and what that would entail, let's go ahead and unvelcro that. Slide this, I'm smacking the camera. We'll slide this radio in here. I'll velcro it back up so it's all nice and beautiful. And then if I was wearing this guy, there's my antenna, I would just be like, oh no, I need to change my channel. Boom. It would be locked onto my rig. I could do what I got to do. Close it. Bring it back over. Buckle. And be good to go. It's a pretty nice design. I like it. Tac Tailor was definitely cooking when they did these, but it's great pouches. The Emerson Gear is also not a terrible pouch. It'll do what it needs to do and it'll work for you. If you are a broke PFC in the barracks and you have to carry a radio, I think this will do okay for you. Now, before I get screamed at in the comments, somebody like, Muddy, that is like a $20,000 radio. You're gonna put it in a cheap ass pouch? Sure, why not? It'll hold what it's gotta hold until it doesn't. I've seen plenty of $50, $60 pouches just break and fail. So I'd rather this guy fail and then just replace it cheaply than have to buy a ton of expensive pouches. Because I wasn't made of money when I was in E3, and I know you guys aren't either. For my Airsoft guys, this is a great representation of the Tac Tailor if you wanted this look, especially if you're doing some Marine Corps stuff. They do run these, so it's not a bad idea. Now, so telltales. Emerson Gear has a yellow label here that can be cut off. It also has a yellow label deep inside here that you can unstitch, but it'll be a little harder. Some people might cut these off and forget about these. So if you are looking for one of these and you're unsure if you have a real tack tailor, a couple telltales. One, it's going to have webbing sewn to it if it's an Emerson. There might be some versions of the tack tailor floating around with these sewn on per government contract, but most of the time they are slick backed and they use malice clips or some sort of attachment of that nature. They're going to have this label here. If that's been cut off, you usually can see some yellow still under there where it had been cut. Keep that in mind. And the buckle will have this Emerson skull on it where the tack tailor won't. That's a quick way to tell the difference between the fake and the real one. Overall, I think it's a great pouch. I really have enjoyed using it. I picked it up kind of on a whim. I needed a radio or wanted a radio pouch for a chest rig build. I was going to just grab a tack tailor. Saw this while I was looking for Christmas presents for the kids. Said, let's check it out. Let's see if it is decent or not. It was like 15 bucks. Very cheap. I'll put a link to where I got it on Amazon. Could be wrong about the price, so don't sue me if it's a little more or a little less. And you guys can check it out for yourself if you're interested. Oh, wait, hold on. Just so you can see. 148. From TRI. Fits fantastically in there. There you go. So if you want to run a TRI 152, I said 148. 152. If you want to run a TRI 152, you want to run a AR 152. Both are great options, and both will fit in here just fine. Anyway, that's all I got, guys. Hope you got something else to view. And as always, get out there, play some airsoft, play smarter, not harder. Hopefully, see you in the field. Peace.